Good morning, everyone. Hello there. It is Natalia. Welcome to my lovely scene here for our live angel readings for the week. And I've also got some pick a crystal readings for you. And the crystal shape determines the kind of message that you're going to get today. So how are we all doing? I've still got my lovely altar from the new moon in Scorpio last week. It happened on Thursday evening here in the UK, and I thought I'm just going to leave it up there because sometimes you just want to leave all your crystals out and you want to leave all your bits and pieces out. So I thought it would just be lovely to have that as our scene for this morning, because when we have a new moon or a full moon, we tend to think that it's gone and done, but it's still weaving its magic into our lives. So when you think about when we have a new moon, we have to wait until the full moon equivalent of that in 6 months' time. And then we'll see what the full outcome is of any of the manifestations that you've made at the new moon, or anything new that wants to come into your life. You'll see the full impact of that in 6 months' time. So never write a new moon off just because something doesn't happen at the time. It's all part of the divine orchestra that is creating the symphony of your life. Oh, I'm all poetic this morning. Right, let's say our hellos. And we've got Jennifer Sylvia. Good morning to you, Jennifer. How are you doing? Nuala Boylan is here. Joy Cook from Misty Cornwall. Oh, you're all poetic too. I want to wander around Misty Cornwall with you this morning. I wish I could. Marsha Peterson is watching. Tell me all where you are this morning, because I really love to hear who's where in the world, because then, some of you are getting up super early or staying up super late for these. So I do appreciate you taking the time to do that. Good morning good evening, because I know Nicole South is in Australia, and she's in a really beautiful part of Australia, and loves seeing the fact that you're getting summertime coming where you are, and how lucky you are. Enjoy it all. Julie Evermy is watching. Suzanne Dooley is in New York. Oh, it's that kind of New York morning, isn't it? Have you got blue? Well, you won't have blue skies just yet, but hopefully you'll have blue skies later on. Claire Riles is watching. Sheila Hamilton is in beautiful Cheshire. I love Cheshire. I also love the fact that the airport is in Cheshire, and it always reminds me of going away on going to gorgeous places, going on holidays. So I get excited whenever I'm driving through Cheshire. So I'll wave at you. Julie's in Dorset. Oh, I love Dorset. It's gorgeous. Got some gorgeous beaches. Lynn Hardy's just sent me some stars. 100 stars. Thank you so much. Sandra Yaskiel is in Chagrin Falls in Ohio. Oh, that sounds like a magical place. Shelley Zwicker is in Nova Scotia. Oh, beautiful. I'd love to go there. Leanne Mulder's watching. Nicole saying Perth is amazing. Summer is on its way. Yes, you were out in your garden sunbathing. How lucky you are. Colleen's in New Jersey. I've got to get myself to New Jersey. Danielle Bowen, good morning. Now, I do believe you're on the Gold Coast, which is another place I'd love to go. So I can imagine myself visiting all these places now in time. Warrington, Cheshire, Sharon. Ah, gotta love you, Warrington. Got a fantastic IKEA near you. And Susan Thibodeau is watching. Linda the Gunster's here. Isabella Sladekova. I have said that right. In Ireland. Ah, you sound so exotic in Ireland. Sharon Smith, good morning. Right, I'm having to backtrack here. Good morning to Julie Hans. Amanda Cavaco sent me some stars. Thank you so much to you in Rhode Island. Nuala's in Ireland as well. A gorgeous place. Suzanne Dooley, gorgeous fall colours. Yes. Did I say thank you for the stars, Lynn Hardy? Well, I am very, very grateful. Thank you so much, everybody who's sending me stars. They are so important because they keep this page going. You've no idea how much I appreciate it. Alessandra Ritchie is in Melbourne, Australia. How lovely. And Marsha Peterson is in Wisconsin. Oh, gorgeous. There's a a beautiful Frank Lloyd Wright house in Wisconsin, isn't there? Is it Falling Water? Is that what it's called? I'd love to see that. Fiona is in Galway Island. My Galway girl. Good morning to you. Sorry, I'm just going back so I don't miss anybody. Good morning to Fiona White. How are you, my love? Barbara Phipps is here. Good morning to you. Hazel Kings. Hello. Hello, Margarita Jeffries. And Anne McGarry in Dublin. Sorry, I'm all throaty this morning. Good morning to Laurie Fantasia in New Jersey. Thank you for the stars, my darling. Right, I think I'm all caught up. I have to go back to the end again. Vanessa Dempsey, good morning to you, and good evening to Christian Cotterill. Top of the morning to you, Susie Stillwell. And Chance Ravenscroft. I love your name. What a great name. Barbara is an Essex girl. She's in Essex, some beautiful countryside in Essex. Carol Bell's here with us now. Carol was showing me pictures of her bathroom, and I've got bathroom envy. She's got a gorgeous bathroom. Amanda Reardon is here. And you're in Bundaberg, Queensland. Ah, oh, Linda, how lovely. All right. IKEA is famous, Sharon. What can I say? And you're loving your move there. I don't doubt you are. I hope your son is loving his move there as well. Joanna Rayworth is watching. Joanna has the most beautiful bookshop in London. Post a link to your bookshop, my darling. She's got some magical things in there. Kinga Magdalena is with us. Good morning. Ashley Figuera is here. All right, now let's have the messages. Let's have them. Oh, that one jumped out. We're going to have 2 cards this morning from the Angel Tarot. Julie's in Hertfordshire. Now, I'm not familiar with Hertfordshire. Is Ware in Hertfordshire? I've been to Ware, which is a really beautiful place. And I'm just going to give you 1 card from my Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty. So these are the card decks, because I know you like to know what are the cards that I'm using. So this is the Radley Valentine Angel Tarot deck. I can recommend this if you're ever looking for a go-to tarot deck that's not too grim with its imagery. Then that's a really beautiful one. Very easy to understand. If you put at Joe's Bookshop Chingford, I think that'll work. It'll give you a link to the Facebook page, Joe. And the Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty deck, which is by me. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, Michelle Sanders, good morning. Have I missed anyone before I start? Okay, so thank you for being here every Monday with me, Carol. You are so sweet. Thank you. So this is our first card. This represents the first half of the week, Monday through to the end of Wednesday. And the message is, now have we had this recently? Have we had this? Because it's very familiar. Michelle, I don't draw individual cards, but what I do is a card for all of us, cards for all of us for this week, and then we get to have like an interactive pick a card reading, okay, my love? So, because there's so many of you, look, there's 42 of you. Can you imagine if I did a reading for everybody? Be here forever, wouldn't we? So we just do a pick a card reading, my love, so I hope you'll stick around for that. So the 8 of Earth is all about focus. It's about focusing our energy on our skills, the things that are already within us, the potential that we have and that we may be not tapping into. So you can see here that the beautiful fairy angel boy there is really obsessively reading this book, and he's got a whole ton of other books to read as well. He's not paying any attention to anything that's going on around him, even though he's in this really wonderful place and he might want to go walk in and climb trees or swim in a river. He's like, no, it's time for work. And I really want to concentrate and get my head down and focus. And I've got lots of reading to do. I've got to apply the skills and knowledge that I already have. So this is saying to you, right? So I know so many of you are super talented in so many different ways. The talent in this room, in this live or the recording is just breathtaking, because I'm always seeing all the things that you're up to. And sometimes we don't always believe in ourselves. And the number 8 is about power. It's about the, where you are right now is because of all the things that you've done and all of the actions that you've taken. So don't tell me you can't do something, because I'm not having it. And this card is saying to you that what you have within you is the blueprint for your future life. So it's like, get on with it. This is where the angels kick our ass and they say, come on, use those, you went on a course on this, you read a book on that, you've got a qualification in this, or you've already got these inherent spiritual talents, these earthly talents. Why are you not using them? Really get yourself focused on doing that, because you've got a gift, you've got something to offer the world. And once you start practically applying it, this is all about practical application. This is about doing, enough saying that I've got to get another qualification or blah, blah, blah. The universe is having none of that. It's saying, we know that you're ready to earn some money from this, or to earn some resources or some kind of kudos from it. So Nicole is saying that we've got an organisational restructure at work this week, so hopefully my skills will be rewarded. Exactly. Because this is money, honey. These green earth cards are all about financial reward. Now, this also could indicate somebody seeing your talents in this first half of the week and saying, those talents can make me money, or I want to pay you some kind of commission or some kind of affiliate payment or some kind of reward for using your skills and talents. So it's a really beautiful card, that. Okay, right, our second card is the second half of the week. And this one is the Queen of Fire. So I feel like, right, so we've got we always have to look at everything in combination. So the 8s are all about power. The Earth is about practical application of that power, getting out there and doing the do. And then the Queen of Fire is all about having the confidence behind that. So, you could be the most talented singer or the most accomplished writer or really brilliant creative person. But if you never have the confidence in yourself to put yourself out there, then those talents and skills will always lie behind a veil of secrecy. So this is just like when we have... I'm trying to think of a really good analogy for you, and it's just popped out of my head anyway. So anyway, the Queen of Fire is all about being confident in ourselves enough to say, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to let the world see my talents. I know what I was going to say. Right, so this reminded me of last year. Our lovely Laurie Fantasia, who's watching at the moment in New Jersey, she's a fantastic singer, and in lockdown she was singing with her husband. He plays the guitar, he's a very talented musician, and she was singing all these songs and posting live videos of herself singing, which took a bit of a stretch for you to do that, didn't it, Laurie? But she was phenomenal. She's kind of Fleetwood Mac. She's kind of, I get kind of the Fleetwood Mac singer. I can't remember her name now. Oh my goodness. It's early on a Monday morning. You've got to forgive me for that. Stevie Nicks. I was getting Stevie Nicks vibes from Laurie. Now she stopped posting videos, so I'm hoping that she'll do some more. But basically that's the Queen of Fire energy coming out. It's about saying, I'm not going to be bothered about what people say about me. Thank you, Helen, Stevie Nicks. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to put myself out there, because there will be people who don't like what I do. It's like me doing these videos. I'm not for everyone. People think, oh, you know, so-and-so's better, or who do you think you are? I don't care. I'm just going to do it. And this is this I don't care energy. This is this Debbie Harry kind of energy. Like, I'm just going to be me. I'm not copying anybody else. I'm just going to do my thing. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let people come to me. I'm not going to beg them to like me. I'm just going to take these skills and talents of mine, and I'm just going to blow people's minds with them. And that is what you got to do in the second half of this week. So when somebody comes and approaches you about something, or somebody gives you a compliment, and then just say thank you. Regardless of whether you want to go, oh, but I'm not really all that. That's rubbish. You just got to own it, okay? Laurie's blushing, and you should, because you're amazing. And Paula, thank you. I love you too. That's so nice of you. Okay. So let's have a look and see what our message for the whole week is from my Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty deck. And as I do this, we've got 44 people watching, which is the angel number, the power number of the angels. Thank you so much, angels. It's the master numerology number of healing. We're all healing. Now look at this. This is the number 34. And the number 34, when we add 3 and 4 together, which is what we do in numerology, we get 7. And 7 is a magical number, which is why I put 7 spaces, 7 cards on my Oracle board. And why I did 16 card spreads in the booklet, which is 7 when you add 1 and 6 together. And 34 is 7. And this is about life path, life purpose. It's like you can't deny it. It's part of your destiny. There's something destined this week that's going to happen. Now, we had the new moon in Scorpio, and Scorpio energy is 8th house stuff. It's all about releasing. It's about letting go of the old ways of doing things because they don't serve us anymore. They've reached past their shelf life. My mum made me a pie last weekend. We didn't eat it all, and when I looked at it this morning, it had loads of mould on it. You've got to throw it away. You can't eat it. It's not good for you. So this is about you trying something new, or trying new ways of getting yourself out there. This is about taking the road less travelled, the road out of Dodge. What lies beyond those castle walls? It's all very lovely in the village, but if nobody left the village and then came back to the villagers wouldn't see anything new. They wouldn't discover anything. This is what all of these kind of coming of age things are about. It's about, you know, there are various stages in our life where we come of age, and we have to leave the city of familiarity, and we have to stretch ourselves and go somewhere different. You need a change, and the time is now to take flight and try something new. So have confidence in yourself that the universe wants this for you. So just go for it, which is really lovely, isn't it? I'm really loving those messages of bravery, courage, of new things, birthing something new in your life. Suzanne Dooley, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I do love sharing all my gifts with you. Julie saying we're going to have 41 new followers today on all social media platforms. Well, yeah, if we believe it, we can see it, can't we? Okay, so here is where we get interactive. So I would like you to choose crystal number 1, which is this point, this wand shape, which is clear quartz. Crystal number 2, which is this aura quartz, angel aura sphere, which is playing very nicely and not rolling away, which I'm really astounded by. Or this little geode, twinkly sparkly geode. Which one would you like? All right, so the first one, if you chose number 1, this is about going higher, and but also it's about focusing, because when we look, this is going upwards and focusing to a point. So the symbolic meaning of this is about focusing, channeling your energy towards a goal, towards something, that one thing. Do not allow yourself to get scattered, because it's very easy to snatch at everything that's going past, isn't it? It's very easy to get embroiled in shiny new thing syndrome. I used to be terrible with this. Terrible. Like every new idea I had, I used to put it out there and it was just so confusing to everybody. I used to change jobs constantly. When I was in my 20s, it became a joke and I used to be known as the job hopper. So I would do a job for 3 months and I'd be like, oh, I don't like working here, and I'll be looking for another job. So this is about, you know, tough it out, stick it out, whatever you're trying to achieve. If it's not working or if the going is tough, remember why you had that goal in the first place and stick to it, okay? So that is your message from the crystal. And now let's have a look at your cards. So you have a card from my Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty, and you also have a card from the Ask and It Is Given deck. So your first card is, this is another number 8. Look at that with a beautiful lion. So I do feel as though this is a really strong message for you about power, the power of birthing something into your life. So when we think of birth, we think of a gestation period, and the only one that I know have great knowledge about is the human gestation period. So I'm going with that one. 9 months, okay? So if you're having a baby, right, you can't just go, oh, I'm fed up of being pregnant, I'll have it now, because the baby's not ready to come out. And I know some people try and influence the whole birth thing by booking in a date. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that if that's what you choose to do, but we can't influence that, can we? Just as we can't influence when we become pregnant, we can try. But this is all about toughing it out for those 9 months and during the process of waiting in order to have that beautiful baby that comes at the end of it. So that's a metaphor, obviously. And it's all about you saying to yourself, right, if something's difficult right now, how vividly am I living the dream that I had in the beginning? Am I going back to the why? If I want to give up so easily, or maybe you've been through so much and you think, do you know what? I'm not just quitting, for no good reason. I have literally given this everything and it's just not working. Then it's saying that, get involved in finding out some of the things that you haven't done, asking somebody who has managed to achieve what you've achieved. Do you know everything about all of the different possibilities, all the different options, all of the other ways in which you could try and achieve your goal? Because if you haven't tried those, then you can't quit just yet. Okay, I feel it's a very, very strong message to not give up on birthing something. It's really important that this dream comes to life. And the anguish and the time and the endurance that you're being put under is all part of the process. It is the process. It is, maybe the goal is the endurance. Maybe your soul has to experience that. So if you give up, you're going to have to repeat this in some other way later on. So why not just stick out this one? Okay. Oh, me too. I love the lion face, Paula. Okay, and your second card, I hope that resonates with you, is from this deck that I was using as the card of the day every day last week. Ask and It Is Given cards by Esther and Jerry Hicks. These are the people who talk about the law of attraction. There's lots of their videos on YouTube. I highly recommend them. They're fantastic. So your message is this lovely little house in the woods. And it says, I am a vibrational transmitter and receiver. So what does that mean? Before I turn over and read the stock meaning, I'm just going to talk about the fact that, look, that little house is there. And maybe it, yes, that's right, Polly, you don't have to have a baby to be mom. Exactly, we can be nurturing, our fur babies or other people, like where we're, like a motherly figure to somebody. So this little house in the woods, it probably has some kind of antenna to receive the TV channels or radio frequency, or maybe the internet, most probably the internet. And it says, I am a vibrational transmitter and receiver. So basically, what are you putting out to the universe and what are you receiving? So it's really important that you stay positive. So when you start saying things like the law of attraction is based on what we put out there, what we believe to be true, is what we'll see in our lives. So if we walk around saying, you know, I have big dreams and I deserve to achieve them, I deserve to have everything that I'm wishing for, and I'm also willing to work with the universe and work with divine timing and be patient enough with divine timing and to act upon any signals that I'm shown. But when you go, I never get what I want, I always get disappointed, I'm always let down in love, you never have any money, you know, like things like that, that's the vibrational transmission that you're sending out. And what you're receiving back is the universe goes, oh, you don't want to have any money, you always want to be stuck. Okay, well, I'll send you that. Okay. So it says, in every moment you're broadcasting a very specific vibrational signal that is instantly being understood and answered, and immediately your present and future circumstances begin changing in response to the signal you're projecting. The entire universe right now is being affected by what you are offering. Yes. So I watched this film last night, and it's called, I don't know if you've seen it, it's called Fighting with My Family. I can highly recommend it. It's a sweet little film, and it has The Rock doing a cameo appearance in it, and it's an English film, but it's got Vince Vaughn in it as the coach, who's basically talent spotted this girl called Paige, who's a really good wrestler, and she's trying to get into the WWE wrestling, but she's not making friends with people because she's a bit different. She's feeling really lonely because she's in Florida and she comes from England, but she's sort of stuck by herself. And then she realizes the reason why she's not got friends is because she's not actually making an effort to get to know them. She's not making an effort to talk to these girls because she's sort of written them off as not her type, or she's not interested in them, so they're not interested in her. And when she makes that step to start to get to know them, they become really good friends. And I know it's a cheesy thing, I know it's a film, but it really does, you know, it kind of resonated with me with that. You know, if you're always waiting for somebody to ask you to go out, if you're always waiting for other people to initiate something, they probably won't, and you have to take that step to have whatever you want in your life. So that is a really nice little message for you there. Just push yourself beyond your comfort zone. You can be hidden away in the woods forever and nobody will know you're there, and you can always be feeling like these limiting, restricting thoughts, or you can say, I'm going to start changing my frequency up, and then I'm going to see what happens in my life, what miracles happen. It is a lovely film, isn't it? Yeah, Joanna, I'd highly recommend it. It's like a really nice feel-good film, and it's really funny. So this is our second message. So number 2 is, if you chose the Angel Aura Sphere, then the sphere energy is about radiating gentle energy out, and it's a soft energy. So what I would say to you is, this is all about taking good care of yourself with the pink. It's all about the heart chakra. It's about self-care. It's about gentleness. It's about love. And you know, we send so much love out to others, don't we? You know, we're all so loving. Everybody who's sitting watching this video today is a very loving soul, because you wouldn't be here if you weren't. You'd be off doing something for yourself. But we care a lot about other people. And it's really important that we then mirror that care and that love back to ourselves, because we can just keep giving, and then our well is dry, it's completely bone dry. And how can we give any more when we're exhausted, when all we want to do is go back to bed? Or we can have a breakdown, can't we, where we're just literally exhausted from all the giving. So this is time to give back to you. It's a really important message, that in order for your life to be fuller, you have to take account of yourself as well. Good morning, Andrea McSkimming, and thank you so much for the stars. Sorry you missed the beginning, my love. So I'm just going to pop that there. And you know, we often talk about self-care, and it's like it sounds like a buzzword, doesn't it? Let's put it next to the heart there. But self-care is about saying no. Sometimes it's about being kind to yourself by sometimes going. The other day my daughter was super tired and overwhelmed, and she'd been doing an exam and she'd had coursework to hand in, and she was literally in tears every 5 minutes and really, really at the end of her tether. And then she's volunteered to work in Merseyside Police to get experience of forensics. So she's really excited about this placement, and it's kind of a come in as and when, because your master's is more important than doing this placement. But she was feeling bad because she hadn't been in because she was so busy, and then she was like, right, my one day off, I'm going to go all the way to Liverpool and work in the police for the day. And I just said to her, think about yourself. What do you want to do? And then she sort of thought about it and then came back and said, yeah, I'm going to just take the day off for me. But she was feeling guilty, and then she said, I'm so glad I did. So it's that kind of thing. It's really important. So you're watching my reflection in the Aura Quartz. I'll hold that up. You don't want to see me. Sharon, you got a cold and you're trying to break out of the minute day off work today. So need it. Yeah, and just take it off. You know, Nicole, I can resonate with that. You said you constantly feel like you want to go back to bed, or you need to go back to bed. If I hadn't made my bed this morning, I'd have gone back in it when I let the cat out. So honestly, I feel your pain. So we have to give ourselves that time off, don't we? Okay, so here we got more pink. And this is all about, you know, in order to grow, we're going to stunt our growth. We're going to stunt that fulfillment, happiness and purpose if we keep on bashing ourselves. You know, flowers cannot grow without lots of nurturing. They need lots of water, they need plant food, they need sunlight, and they grow at their own pace as well. So if you've been really hard on yourself at the moment, if you've been bashing yourself and putting yourself down or pushing yourself to the limit because you're trying to go higher, further, faster all the time, there's no growth in that, because you're not learning the lesson of slowing down and taking care of you, okay? So it's really important that you do that, because your happiness, your purpose and your fulfillment depends on it. We have the number 4 with this card, which is 1 and 3 is 4, and 4 is about foundations. If we don't get the foundations in place, if we don't have these boundaries and these values that are very strong, if we keep bending to everything that comes past us, then we'll never get to where we want to go. So Laurie said you've never drawn this in one of your spreads. It's funny, isn't it? Some cards just never come out, do they? Right, so your other card, look at this. You've got all this very, very divine feminine energy, this very soft, gentle flowers and pink and everything. And this is great. This is such a good message for the Aura Quartz. I hadn't looked at these. And Sharon, you're recovering after your hysterectomy and you feel like you're regrowing. Yeah, it is a rebirth, because you've literally been releasing something, a very important part of your body, haven't you? And you've got to give yourself the credit for that. You've got to be kind to yourself in that process. So it says, I will never get there, so I will enjoy the journey. Now, you could look at this card 2 ways. You could say, oh, this is kind of takes the heat off me. Or you could say, oh, how negative is that? You're never going to get there. So enjoy the journey. And what I mean by that, or what this card means by this, is that there is always somewhere else that we'd like to go. So we've got bucket lists, haven't we? We've got places that we want to visit in this earth, and we might never have time to get there, or the means to get there. But there might be goals, so we have certain goals that we've achieved. So, you might have the goal to get your own place, to rent your own place, and then you get that, and then you think, I want to buy my own place, and then you buy your own place, and then you're like, yeah, you did that. And then you're like, but I'd like somewhere with a big garden. So then you get that. And then you think, I want somewhere that's got a better location, that's really quiet and it's detached and I haven't got neighbours. So we're always ascending. We're always thinking bigger. We always want something, that's outside of what we've achieved so far. And there will always be somewhere we'll never get to. But just enjoy the journey of trying to get to that place, because it's the journey that is everything. It's showing that you care. It's showing that you mean business. I saw this other quote by Salvador Dali as well. Now, let me see if I can get this right. He said, you don't need to worry about perfection because you'll never achieve it. So we're perfectionists, aren't we? We're perfectionistic by nature. We always want to be better. We always want to do better, but we never will be able to be perfect. So, we don't need to worry about it because we never can. Okay? So this is lovely. He's just enjoying the journey of getting to wherever he's going. He's smelling the flowers. If you always got your sights on the goal and you don't look around you and enjoy the view, then what was it all for, And that's a sign from your dad, the poppies, Colleen. That's beautiful. You cannot ever get it done because you cannot ever cease to be, and you can never halt your awareness. Yet out of your awareness will be born another asking, and each asking always summons another answering. Your eternal nature is one of expansion, and expansion is the potential for unspeakable joy. So let's never forget the joy, because we're trying to make ourselves happy in the process of getting something better. And if we always say, I'll be happy when, we'll never be happy, will we? So be happy now, because now's all you have. And it's the present. That's why they call it, it's a gift. That's why they call it the present. I knew I'd get that messed up. Okay. So our third, I'm all discombobulated, is our geode. Now geodes send their energy in lots of different ways, because they've got so many different little points in here. So this is about options, this is about possibilities, this is about being expansive, growing out in different directions. So you know how the quartz wand said, be very focused, don't give up. This is be open to possibilities. Where are you a bit too rigid? Where are you saying this is my way and the only way? This can also be, we drew the card of community for our card of the day this morning. And the community card, this could be about other people coming into your life. And being open to your intuition. And you being a very multifaceted person. So there's so much more to you. There's so much more you can do and be, and so many different ways you can grow. So don't limit yourself, because you are limitless. Which is another good film with Bradley Cooper in it. I love that film. So our card that goes with the geode is tune into your feelings, take it slow. So it's number 10. When we add 2 and 8 together, we get 10. And 10 is a number of completion and rebirth, because when you add 1 and 0, you get 1. So it's endings and beginnings. But take your time in really understanding what those endings mean to you, how you feel about them, and what those new beginnings, those possibilities could be. Tune into your feelings. Your angels are representing, this heart with the angel wings. The angels work with us through the heart center, and it's very important that we're true to what our heart desires. So what's your heart asking for? Your feelings are communicating really important messages, and your angels are doing that as well. So take time to listen, take time to grow and evolve into whatever it is that you want to be or you can be, on both. And then your asking it is given card is really, this is all about, as I said, limitless possibility. And it says, whatever I can imagine, the universe can deliver. Whatever I can imagine, the universe can deliver. So, if you come up with an idea, if your heart wants something, would we be mean and deny the heart what it wants, what it's longing for? I don't think so. And also, because you are limitless, whatever you can imagine, because you've imagined it, you are the architect of it in your mind first, and then it can become something. So everything is possible, anything is possible. Wendy Phoenix, good morning to you. If you have the ability to imagine it, or even to think about it, this universe has the ability and the resources to deliver it fully unto you. For it is like a well-stocked kitchen with every ingredient imaginable at your disposal. Isn't that lovely? See, and if you don't stock your kitchen up, you can't make the things you want to make. So you got to be open to all of these big possibilities, all of these different options. So, what beautiful messages this morning, weren't they gorgeous? And I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for watching the replay if you didn't manage to catch it live. I'm wishing you a wonderful week. I'm wishing you so many blessings, and that you have the power to step into your own confidence and to tap into all of that beautiful potential of yours, because it is vast. And for those of you who are feeling like giving up, don't. For those of you who aren't being kind to yourselves, be even more kind. And for those of you who are thinking small, dream big, because you deserve the universe. Okay, my loves, wonderful week, and lots of love and angel blessings to you.